I don't like to just say, you're a scumbag and I hate you. I like to say, how could I get you to come for Shabbat and talk to you about what the Jewish ideologies are? I know you're groaning, but I want to start a rehab at the Quad. I really do. I have so many members I'd love to, invite for the spa treatments. But Ian Carrolls, both of you, do you know there's 2 Ian Carrolls in the news right now who don't like Jews for some reason? So one of them, the obvious one, is the one who has millions of views on Joe Rogan, Joe, please come to Israel. I'd love to take you to Kibbutz Berry and show you around and let you see. I feel like Joe is searching for his ideology. He has all these people on, and so he has a lot of Jews. He has a lot of pro-Israel, I loved when he had Tim Kennedy on. Anybody with the last name Kennedy, most of the time, I really like. But you do have people who think and are really smart and have actual ideas and have read their history. But then you have Dave Smith on, and then you have this guy, Ian Carroll, who really doesn't know a thing about the Middle East. And I know this because he listens to a woman named Whitney Webb, who he just keeps quoting her now after this episode and saying, no, it's really backed up by this and this. He made this whole thing about how Epstein is involved with Mossad, and he did a whole thing on Jews and saying, and our friend Ami Kozak, hi Ami, called him out on this because if you actually just look into what he's saying, he's just glorifying anti-Semitism and saying, no, I don't mean all Jews, but really this is a stain on the Jewish people, and what's happening with Epstein is really a Jewish thing, and he's working in a whole group of Jewish people. I didn't even know who Epstein was until the whole list thing started coming out. Epstein is not, Epstein, why don't you just pick Madoff and Weinstein? There's lots of Jews who have done bad things, but most of them, you're going to find, have never practiced Judaism, do not go to synagogues. Maybe they give money and they try to get tax refunds, but they don't practice Judaism. They call themselves atheists. They don't belong to ideology. So my question for you, Ian Carroll, and the other Ian Carroll, who happened to write a book called Israel and Palestine, The Complete History. It's not complete. It is very much one-sided. And it's about the last 80 years that Dave Smith always talks about, which is just the last 80 years from one side. Okay. Really, if you're going to study the Middle East, come to Israel, hang out with Jews who actually practice Judaism, who don't really talk about Epstein except that we condemn him and his actions, and really get to know what our ideology is, because you're starting to sound like a nut job, and then and Joe Rogan not asking critical questions. He's just like, yeah, where'd you hear that? Oh, okay. That's not called conclusive journalism. That's called I don't know what my constitution is, so could you give me one? So please, you're my scumbags of the week, Ian Carrolls.